back to another episode of Rebuilding Portsmouth, and we are at the Champions League draw. Now, this is the second time I've had to fucking do this, because I did the draw, and I went and I got a crash dump during the Norwich game, and I hadn't saved it, so I've had to go back, replay the West Ham game, and now I'm redoing this, and I'm going to have to redo the Norwich game. It was 10 minutes in, and we were 2 goals to the good, and they were down to 10 men after 9 minutes. I'm fucking furious, because Millington and Marcelo had scored for us, and it was so irritating. Now, Norwich away is absolutely ridiculously tough for us. I just don't think we're going to be able to do that again, which is a pain. And thankfully, the West Ham result actually finished the same the time I played it, again, except for the fact that Ivancic got sent off this time. So we are going to be missing him for 3 matches, which is a pain as well. But yeah, so there's that. Plus, we've got a couple more injuries this time around, including Kieran Griffiths, would you believe? Although I think he's actually fine now. So yeah, not so good. But this is the way it shapes up for us this time. In the Champions League, Spurs are actually in the Champions League as well this time round, because they won the Europa League. So there's actually 5 teams in it this year. City, Spurs, Man United, of course, and Stoke and Pompey. Stoke are in pot 3. No, they're not what we're talking about. Stoke are in pot 2. And wow, there's actually different sides in it this time around as well. That's annoying. Yeah, we were actually the lowest seeded side in it before, but now it's Malmö. So that's different. So yeah, that's interesting. I can't remember. I'm trying to think who's not there this time around. But there you go. So we're going to get straight in. We're going to do the automatic draw and see what group we get. Hopefully it'll be... We actually got quite an easy group last time when I did this, and I'm really hoping that doesn't screw up again. So we can't be drawn into a pot with an English side, which means that we can't be in Group A or E or H, basically. So we're going to have to be in one of the other groups, basically. So, don't want... I'm trying to think which ones are really tough ones. Nothing's, stood out to me, in terms of the ones that we could get. Okay, I don't particularly want F, because Juventus and Benfica would be quite tough so far. Let's see what... It's going to be about what pot 3 brings, basically. That one's not too bad. Do not want that group. That one's not too bad either. It's not awful. That one I definitely don't want. Anything but Group F so far would actually be okay. So yeah, I'd take anything except F. That would be the one. We have been... No, Stoker in Group B. Group D maybe? Yes, okay. Not too bad. Who got Group F? Oh, Malmö. I feel sorry for you guys. I really do. Poor Swedish team. It's good to see them in there, but oh dear. So there we go. We've got Paris Saint-Germain, Shakhtar Donetsk, and FC Basel. Basel are a good side, but you think there might be a chance for us to get points in this group against the likes of Shakhtar and Basel. You never know. We could maybe even sneak through. I don't know. It's hard to tell. We're just going to quickly continue so we can see which game... you'll find out which game we'll be playing at the end of the month anyway, because it doesn't tell you immediately. So yeah, that's going to be the game that you're going to see in a second. I'm just going to go off and play the Norwich and Man United games, and I will join you guys at the start of the next game, which will either be against Paris Saint-Germain, Shakhtar Donetsk, or FC Basel. So I'll see you guys in a second. Bye-bye. Right guys, I'm back, and we've played some more of the month. So we're going to take you through kind of what happened this month. I've got a bone to pick once again, but first we're going to just show you what's happening. So I said in the just slightly earlier in this episode to you anyway, that we beat West Ham by the same score that we did in my previous attempt to do it. So that was good, but there was the one that we did get Tony Ivancic sent off, which was not good at all. So that was, perhaps not quite so good. So my hope for this game is that we could repeat. You'll notice that there's some work going on in the stadium. We are having the stadium capacity increased to just under 30,000. Millington, though, that being said, he has been an absolute beast this month. Genuinely phenomenal. Just some lovely football here. Wallace brings it down. 1-0 Pompey on 10 minutes, and we were great in this game. Make no mistake about it. Wallace's first goal of the season. A nice little assist there from Pornostash. Great stuff. Peralta then gets himself sent off. Not Peralta. Ivancic, after 27 minutes, really unlike him, and then that absolutely beautiful strike from Semyonov's puts West Ham level, and I figured there's only one way this game is going to go now, and it's to West Ham. Thankfully, in the second half, they changed their tactic to try and come at us, and it just didn't work. Eventually, we did this. Santos' ball in, Gray with the flick on, and Norman Millington puts in his 3rd goal in 2 matches to start the season with just a really good start. And we managed to hold on quite comfortably for the rest of it, really. 50-50 possession with 10 men. Not bad. In our next game, we went to Norwich, and I said in the last earlier in this episode, that we were 2-0 up when I had the crash dump, and thankfully, for some reason, the game just said, well, we'll just give you that back again. Well, that is exactly what happened. And 4 minutes in, Santos is ball in, headed but cleared by Gray. Now watch this for Millington. He just looks so much more confident. Ducks inside the defender and just drives it low and hard. 4 goals in 3 matches for Norman Millington there. Just continuing that brilliant streak of form he started the season with, and I'm so glad he got that brace on the opening day, because it seems to have properly powered him up. Then Santos is ball in again, and a wonderful volley from Robert Gray there. I think that might be his first ever goal for us. Maybe not, but an absolutely great volley from him. Him and Lopez Souza now are really forming a great partnership at the back. Then, with pretty much their first real chance of the game, and a disappointing one from our goalkeeper again, ball in and the keeper's backing away from it, which is irritating, as Adrian Lawson, the danger man himself, puts it in with his 6th goal of the season already at this point for Norwich. Then, just after half-time, ball in, and Adam Abar made it 2-2. Vega saves it initially, but then fails to get up quick enough to block the second shot, and I thought it was only going to go Norwich's way. But as in the last game, we look at this for a finish as well from Norman Millington. This is what I call a tight angle. Bang. His 5th league goal in 3 matches. He is on fire in the league, and he is not the top scorer in the Premier League, and I'm going to tell you why in a second, because some other people have been having some lovely times so far. So that made it 3-2 to us, and that was a great start. And in our last game, and this one has annoyed me, because we deserve to win this, no question about it. More shots, way more shots on target, like completely dwarfed them in this game in terms of shots on target. And we deserved it. We played our 2 defensive midfield strategy, but we had it on mentality, and it seemed to work quite nicely against the big sides when I've used it before. It's how I beat Norwich. It's how I beat Norwich, actually, and it's how I should have lined up against Stoke, really. We started this game brilliant here. Just some lovely passing. Wallace eventually whips it out wide. Marcelo puts the cross in. A lovely little turn there from Norman Millington with his 6th goal in his first 4 matches. He's the Young Player of the Month as well, earning him that title. And that was great, and we dominated the game, frankly. Apart from on possession, we were very, very, very good against them. And it was very, very surprising for me when they actually equalised, frankly, because we were playing so well, and I just figured, we're actually doing quite a good job on Man United today. Philippe Basto was not present in the team again, but they did have Thiago up front, and it was a shame, because I would have thought this sort of goal could have been avoided, really. Great tackle there. Unfortunately, it's a really poor ball out here from Marcelo that goes straight to Man United and just to no one. Eventually, the ball is going to come back to Thiago, and it's a good finish for him, but I really think that keeper should be doing better from that kind of distance. 1-1 wasn't a clear-cut opportunity, it was just a decent hit, but keeper probably should have been doing better. And then, 89th minute, an absolute melee in the box here, and somehow, despite there being so many defenders around him here, he just puts the ball in the net. There wasn't a chance either. We had 3 clear-cut chances in this game, lots of half chances, lots of long shots, lots of shots in general, and some great football, and somehow we've come out with the defeat, just as we did last year against Man United. It just seems that when you play a big team, even if you play better than them, they win. It's so frustrating. Sorry, Man United particularly, when we were at home, we just, no matter what we do, we were actually really good against them. Like the game we won at Old Trafford last year, we were not half as good as we were against them here, or the last game we played against them, the 3-2 last season. I don't know what's going on. It's a shame, because that's our unbeaten record gone, and I thought we should have beaten Man United. Now, I need to show you the Premier League. At the moment, City are top, of course, because they've won 4 out of 4. We're in 6th, but it's really, really tight. We're only a point off second. The annoying thing about that is we could have been a couple of points clear in second if we'd won that. Now, you'll notice that Robson has 9 goals in his first 4 matches this season, which is insane. He got... I can't remember who. Ronaldo also got 5 in a match for Stoke. They beat Everton 6-0 at Goodison Park. So that happened as well. Ryan Smith, of course, a former loanee of ours, has also smashed in 7 goals for Norwich City. For Cardiff City, and that makes Norman Millington's 6 in 4 look completely ridiculous. So he's right on there, which is good to see still, and Santos has actually got some decent assists already this season, which is good too. So let's just show you the squad. Top goal scorer for us, of course, at the moment is Norman Millington with 6, but Olaratov on loan, of course. So Graham Wallace with the other 2 goals. Assists-wise, well, Santos has 3 in 4 games, which is exactly what we wanted from him. He is going to be an assist machine, and if we can get one of those on either side of the pitch, him and Wallace, then I think we could be in for a lovely old time. And And Marcelo has 2 as well. Player of the match, of course, it's Peralta and Wallace with 1 apiece. Pass rating, it is, well, not really hard. It's too hard to tell so far. Yellow cards for Asenhus and Santos, and of course the red card for Ivancic. Average rating overall is, of course, Millington, but can that really be a big surprise to anyone? And that brings us to today, our first ever Champions League game, and I am excited as a mother. Like, genuinely massively excited about this. So let's get straight into things here and hope that... Oh, wow, they're playing that Christmas tree. Dat Christmas tree, though. So what I'm thinking is the system, when I originally came up with our one defensive midfield system, it was to combat that kind of Christmas tree system. And so that is what I'm going to go with. It's not directly a Christmas tree. We'd need to have, like, yeah, a slightly different setup for that. But my point, you know what I mean. That kind of wing-back style system. So we're going to go with the system that I used to combat those, which is this one. See who's fit. Ivancic is allowed to play in Europe, so that's good. Millington, Griffiths, Santos, Wallace, Peralta, Ivancic, Taylor, Watmore this time, interestingly. Lopez and Marcelo. That's pretty much the strongest team, although maybe Robert Gray, but he's not really fit at the moment. A little bit knackered from some of the other games. I would tempt to start Ali Burrell, but the fact is Millington is in such lightning form lately. I don't want to risk... I just want him to play. I think there's a chance that he could get us a goal or 2 if we're lucky here. Bachmann will start in goal today because Lucas Vega's picked up an injury. I can't remember the last time we had a goalkeeper that actually picked up an injury, and yeah, it's happened. It's happened already. Although I'm thinking maybe Martinez instead of Bachmann, just because I don't really like Daniel Bachmann at the moment. I don't really like any goalkeepers, but Augustin Martinez actually made some decent saves for us last year, so I trust him a little bit more. And that's what we're going to go with. Let's do this. FC Basel against Pompey. It's our first ever game Champions League, and I'm excited. It's been a long time coming, and I'm looking forward to just hoping that we don't get absolutely smashed by them, if I'm honest. They've played a completely different system. Thanks for that, Scouting Network. So... mate. Actually, I don't know if that might be all right. We'll have to see. I might have to switch things around a little bit, since they're playing a system that is nothing like their... most used one, it would seem. First game of the season, actually, for Jack Watmore here. And Peralta's made a couple of substitute appearances, and he's not always started, but that's just because of the systems we're playing. Griffiths does need to boost his average rating a little bit, though. He's not been great so far this season. He has picked up an assist. No, he hasn't. I thought he did. Oh, no, he picked up an assist in the game that I had a crash dump in. Damn it. Okay, well, let's go for this then. We are away from home, so for me, a draw would be a decent result. Now, we do get money, of course, for... gaining results in Europe. It is 400,000 for a win and 400,000 for a draw and 800k for a win, which is not huge money, of course, especially not for us at the moment, but it's still, it's decent to get, and it would help us a little bit. There's been a goal in the other game, I think, and it's Paris Saint-Germain taking the lead against Shakhtar. Not that that's a big shock to anyone. I just want to see if we can score here, to be honest. That is my main task for us now. It's going to be a tough year for us. It's our first season in the Champions League, so we can't be expected to perform miracles here, especially not with the coefficient we've got. Well done, Charlie Taylor. Back to Jack Watmore and Lopez Sousa. We're going to play this out from the back. That's a good ball from Watmore, actually, playing Wallace in there. Now, Griffiths needs to be making a little bit more space for himself than that. That's poor, actually, from Kieran Griffiths. Giving possession straight back to them, but Lopez Sousa intercepting immediately and then losing it again. He's good at intercepting, but then sometimes his outball is that's poor. Abrashi is surely in because the goalkeeper just wouldn't move across to the side. So 1-0 to FC Basel there. Amir Abrashi makes it 1-0. That's disappointing. I don't know what the keeper's doing in those situations. Like they seem to just allow this giant gap in the side of the goal, and it's quite frustrating to watch. Like, look, even when he's coming towards him, he's still not trying to cover the near post. Like, he's not closing his angles down or anything. He's just... Oh well, disappointing, but it's a start. We may have to push on a little bit in the second half of this game, depending on how it sort of shapes up stats-wise. Let's just see. Why is nothing happening? Right, okay, here we go. Winning our fair share of headers, well... Right, okay. Santos, drops it short to Watmore instead of going for goal. He's got good free kicks. He shouldn't be doing that. Griffiths, can he put it through? And it's... Oh, my life. Sorry, but that is... You would... Surely you'd hit the target from there. Like, I don't understand why players don't hit the target from, like, stupid close range. Like, I understand that it's because the finishing isn't that great, but sorry, if you're literally right in front of the goal, you should at least be hitting the target. Abrashi. Boss on... Oh, my God. Fry over the back post, and good save from Martinez. At least he did something right there, but we are a goal down, and we really had a good chance to level there through Milton Peralta. I want to see who's going to score Pompey's first ever Champions League goal. And if it was someone like Pornostash, well, would you begrudge him that? I just need someone to do something for us at the moment. We don't look very good. I'm wondering if we do need to push up and maybe go for an extra in midfield. Oh, come on, what the hell? I thought he won the ball there, and then he just suddenly turned and had it. We've not looked good in the first moments of this game. I'm going to wait till half-time before we make any actual formation changes, just because I want to have a little look at things and just see what we've got based on a larger sample size. Griffiths has not done well today at all. He's looking completely isolated in there and isn't getting enough support. Ball over the top by Watmore to Norman Millington, surely. Oh, good save, and that's another good chance for Pompey. We need to put those in the bed. We need to put those chances in the bed. And I would have thought if anyone could, it would be Norman Millington. Griffiths, ball out wide to Santos, ball across the box, and it's going to be caught by Stuckey. That's a shame. Millington was in there, and I really hoped that was going to be his first ever Champions League goal, and our first ever Champions League goal. He probably won't get a better chance today. Just bring it down. Don't need to head this. There we go. Don't know what my fullback's doing collecting that, but we've not been awful. We've had a couple of chances. Just maybe need a little bit more. And Hunam Tariq, who of course plays for Paris Saint-Germain. Right, we're a goal down here, so something has to be done, and I think we need a little bit more bodies in that midfield area, personally. And I'm going to switch it to this system. We're going to swap Ivancic, and or are we? No, we'll keep it like that for now. Who have we got on the bench? No, we're not going to make any actual substitutions just yet. I'm going to stick to the same starting 11 just in case we need that. You know, we've got Musonda to come on for Griffiths, who probably is going to be my first substitution at this rate because he's not playing well at all, and I'd like to try and help that. Santos with the ball in. I notice he keeps going near. Oh, and it's in the back of the net, and it's Tony Ivancic. Aren't we lucky to have him? Basel 1, Portsmouth 1. Tony Ivancic with his first goal in European football, obviously, and scores Portsmouth's first ever Champions League goal. Santos' ball in. And Watmore's one initially blocked on the line, but Ivancic puts it in. And I notice we don't go to the edge of the area so much when Santos is taking corners on that side. It's strange. Like, you know how Wallace always used to whip it out to a man on the edge? That tactic is still being employed. For some reason, we're just not doing it, which is really strange. PSG now 3-0 up. God, they look absolutely dominant, and I expect that's probably how it's going to be. I am going to bring on Kieran Griffiths. Bring him off. He hasn't looked that good today, and I think in Musonda, maybe with a little run out, could do a little bit more damage for us. We are at 1-1 here, so there's plenty of game still left in this one. You never know, we could even come up with a win. Peralta, can he find a ball through? He can. It's Charlie Musonda of all people. Will he have a shot? Oh, he has, and it's 2-1 to Portsmouth here in Switzerland. And what a win this would be to start off our Champions League campaign. An away win in the Champions League to start things off. That says, wow, Peralta's got some yellow Under Armour going on there. Poor goalkeeping again. Look, near post. What's he doing? Just goalkeepers on this game. I've never won a Champions League game on FM15 so far with Red Star or Portsmouth yet. So this should be interesting. Right. Next substitution, probably. I'm thinking Jed Wallace. I'm trying to get Lucarelli as much game time as possible, so substituting him for Wallace in quite a few games keeps Wallace fresh and gives you Lucarelli game time. We've actually come along leaps and bounds in this second half, like shots-wise, chances-wise. We probably deserve to be winning this now, actually, so the chances... I think I maybe gave Basel too much credit, if anything, because they just don't seem to be the side that I thought they were. I thought they were going to be better than this, I have to say. And of course, now that I've said that, they will, of course, end up... No, it will be Norman Millington. He's not been great today. Now that I've said that, of course, they'll pop up with 2 late goals and beat us here. So I might just switch this to control so we don't get caught on the break. If nothing else, just try and stop it keeping... Oh, I think we're actually going to do it here. This is going to be a huge win for us. First Champions League win away from home against Basel. I think this coupled with a home win against Basel, that would be enough to see us get 3rd place and Europa League knockout stages. But we've still got games against Shakhtar, and their goal difference has taken a mighty battering from Paris Saint-Germain today. And there we go. Lovely stuff, and that is a great comeback. Good goals from Ivancic and Charlie Musonda. Goalkeeping still woeful from both sides today. So there we have it. Let's see what happened to any other English sides in Europe. Man United won 3-0 over AC Milan, and Stoke were beaten 3-2 at home by Bayer Leverkusen. So it could be worse. And that is our first Champions League win, and you can't ask more than that. And we've got really tough games. We've got Chelsea away next, and then Forest in the Cup. We've got a lot of games. I will be resting players for the Forest game, but not too many because we can't afford to. We're expected to get to the fucking quarterfinals of that in the 6th round of the FA Cup. The board are going nuts at the moment, and we've never been successful in the Cups because for some reason everyone you play in the Cup, regardless of the level they're at, is always amazing. It just seems to be how it is. So, in the next game, episode, we will be playing against well, it makes sense why it makes sense to do the Paris Saint-Germain home game next, because there is 3 games in between. And it brings us nicely to the end of September. And, I said that's what I was going to try and do. So we probably... I'm trying to think which one I want to skip. Might skip the Shakhtar away game. Just to try and make things move a little bit faster. I don't really know. I'm trying to do what I do on Red Star, basically. Because it's... We'll have to see. It might take a little long, but you will see some great Champions League games. That's what I will say. So we're probably going to do Paris Saint-Germain at home in the next episode. So look forward to that one. In between then, we've got Chelsea in the league, and then Forest in the cup, and then in the league at home. In fact, we're playing them twice in the space of 3 days at Fratton Park. So 2 wins there would be just bloody delightful. So here we go. So I hope you like what you see. If you have, please feel free to drop a like on the video. And if you'd like to even more than that, please subscribe to my channel for more Portsmouth and Red Star upgrade in your inbox every single day at 5:30 and 8 o'clock. And I'll see you guys in the next episode for the Paris Saint-Germain game. Bye-bye.